Well, joining us now is Pablo Rodriguez, whose mother and grandmother are currently missing in the building. Pablo, I understand this will be a very difficult time for you, so I'm very grateful that you're able to join us. Have you been given any recent update?
Hi, Rich. There's not really any updates. The only update I did get was today. I finally got a phone call from somebody in the organization, and they just told me that they're still looking for my mom and my grandmother. As a family member who saw the footage and the days that have passed by, we know there's no hope of them being alive. We're just hoping they maybe find some kind of remains or something. But there's no real ongoing information sharing.
What part of the building were they in?
My mother's unit was in the 11th floor of the first tower that collapsed. So if you see the video, which is all I can see when I close my eyes, her unit was the second one down from the very middle of that tower, and then the other building fell on top of it. So when I see that video, that's the moment I'm watching my mother and my grandmother die.
Had your mum raised concerns about the maintenance of the building previously?
She had, so had several other unit owners. They had expressed concerns about mismanagement from the board, about potential corruption, about just the condition in the garage, around the building. Generally, obviously, they did not believe it was the condition that it was at. Otherwise, they wouldn't have stayed in the building. The report that came out now showing years ago that this was a known condition and that if they didn't take action, this would exponentially increase the danger to the structural integrity of the building is, in my opinion, reaching the level of criminal negligence. Now that's for a prosecutor, it's for somebody else to investigate, but it's unconscionable to me that they even let the building get to the point that it was at in 2018 when that report was done. The board's job and the building's job is to maintain the building. To allow it to get into that state of disrepair where now the building does not exist is clearly clear negligence on the part of everybody involved.
Pablo, have you been going down to the site to see the rescue operation?
I've been down there twice. I went down the day that it occurred, and then I went back down to give a DNA swab yesterday. I have not been down there since. I have friends that are involved in the rescue effort, so I get some kind of updates from them, but not through official channels. I know the first responders and everybody working there are tirelessly doing the best that they can, but information is not really forthcoming. There's not a lot of hope for any of us, and it's a devastating situation.
This happened on Thursday. Have you been given any sense of the timescale for you or other families when you may be reunited with your relatives?
We have not. We have not been given, or at least let me not speak for everyone. I have not been given a timeline of when we might be able to expect any kind of information. Just to go back for a second to the point of expressing concern, the night before it happened, I had talked to my mother about 7 p.m. that day, and she told me that she had woken up around 3-4 in the morning because she heard some loud creaking noises that woke her up. She didn't go back to sleep after that. She didn't really think much of it. To be honest, I didn't think much of it. Buildings don't really make those sounds, but it didn't occur to us that it was at this level. And then after I saw the footage, it haunts me now that we should have paid more attention.
Pablo, we're very grateful for you sharing your experience with us at what we understand is a very difficult time for you and your family. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rich.